all of our employees, our public safety. We ask that you keep everyone safe. We ask that you watch over our citizens in our community and everyone that needs any help. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, we need a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, sir.
Personnel litigation.
Exactly.
We need a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
That gives my laptop more time to charge.
Nobody steal my laptop.
Which one are you looking at out there? That looks suspicious. Miss Betty over here?
Sorry about that.
All right, we need a motion to come out of executive session.
Make a motion to come out of executive session.
Thank you, sir. Do we have a second? All those in favor? Very good. All right, the work session agenda, let's move on to, acceptance of resignation letter from Miss Patty Davis from the DDA. I'd first like to say that I appreciate her hard work. She worked very hard at that. I appreciate her fundraising on the 4th of July Juniors too, alongside of that. Jim, you got something to say, speak on that?
I'm here now. No, just, yeah, we do appreciate the time that Patty put into the DDA, everything she was able to bring to it, help us out, and thoughts, other directions that we may not have thought of. With her experience and her background, she was able to bring some different angles in for us to think about. She's a real asset to us. But I understand also where she's coming at. She wants to get a few things off the plate there, more family time and more ministry time and everything. So I completely understand. I hate to see her go, but I understand where she's going and I support her in it.
Thank you.
So with that, we have received her resignation and of course have to come to you guys and present that, and we were asking for the acceptance of her resignation.
All right, very good. Motion. All right, next is discussion of GovGov contract. Mark, what do you have on that?
Yep, if you open that up, you can see where, I asked them to reduce that bid price, and they did by right at $2,600, where this now would cost $10,352. And I believe somebody, Joel, maybe it was you that asked about weather alerts and different alerts and things, and yes, this can be any of those type of additional information, and again, they can make payments, they can get notifications, they can work on code enforcement issues or a street where they can send it directly in. And I think this is another, people have asked if they'll pay from an app or something like that as a different option to make their water payments or their tax payments, and they'll have that opportunity through this. This is for a 1-year contract. So the additional information confirmed multiple other ways to communicate. Right now, we have Facebook and we have Nexel.
Council, I think some of y'all were on the Zoom call or a demo on this. Do y'all have anything y'all like to add or speak on to discuss this?
What's the final cost on this for what you're asking?
$10,352 on a discounted price of $2,600.
And that's an annual.
That's the annual fee if we choose to sign up.
So what happens with Nixon?
Nothing, it's just another tool.
I mean, do we continue with that?
I'm not aware, this, never was my intent to get rid of it. It could just be another tool, because until we get people signed up with an app, because they'll have to physically go into their phone to sign up for this, and it may take them a while, because they're on Nixel. I wouldn't want to cut anybody off from that avenue.
I'll start working on phasing that out then.
We pay for Nixel, so.
So that is something we can do.
Do you know how much we pay for Nixel
I can
estimate?
look, but I don't have that.
I can't figure out how to get off the Parsons notifications. I don't know how I got signed up for them, but I know we never did have a water rate
I don't think you signed it, I get it too. I think it's part of the county.
part. It's the whole
You
thing.
create an account whenever you sign up, so you have to go in, log on, go to Nixel, log into an account and update it and be able to change it.
And folks, what we're talking about is just like you have an app on your phone, it would say, go Demorest or something, and you can go in to report, to make your payments to the city, water, all that right there through. We have emergency that says, this section of Double Springs Road has been closed. We can send just that information right there. If we know from water lines are out in this section, everybody who signed up would get that notification. You're living here in the city and you've got some kind of code violation next door to you, you can take the pictures, write your situation, and it would go to our police department, and you can stay following up with this, and because instead of calling, say, hey, man, it's been 3 weeks, hadn't heard anything, you can see the process all the way to court. You can understand what the code enforcement has done and what the property owner is or is not doing to further this process along. I look at it as pretty savvy, another tool for us to better reach out, and for you to better reach out to us. Not going to get, what number do I call for the city?
Well, on the positive end, other than ratting out your neighbors, some of the good benefits that I saw with it from my presentation was that you could actually put in work orders online for like trash pickup or limb pickup or.
We'll send out notices, reminders, hey, first and third Monday,
Yeah.
whatever it is like that. Just people getting us out on Tuesday, not on Monday. You know, just something simple as that.
I never think about it till I see them already driving down the street.
Yeah. So I think it's a worthwhile thing. There's a lot of cities around us. He showed us many different cities in the state of Georgia that have gone to this. And I think it's a great idea that somebody came up with. And they've been easy to work with. They set it all up. It doesn't affect our IT and anything like that. It's just like any other app that you had, your bank app. The security is there too.
I apologize, I just saw this in the fine print. It says that we're limited to 10,000 credits per year for sending text messages. And each text message is 1 credit. So every time you send that out to all 7,000, that would mean you'd only get to send this out once a year before going over your credit.
Okay, I see that now. So, you know, I think if you'd like to keep it on the table,
But I think it's a great idea, but I don't know what.
I can, that's not a
I
problem.
apologize.
No, it's okay, not a problem. I can work on that and get more information. So,
Is that considered one tax, even though it's goes?
That's what it says on the website, the fine print. That's one text, is credit.
When you clarify that with the
I get it.
town manager and what the contract,
yeah,
actually call for that before we go and make any decisions.
no, I think you definitely, I would recommend you can take a look now.
We can also come back with the next one's
Yes, sir. Okay.
wouldn't repair.
I'm sure if not,
Because again, we really don't, you know, again, we've got to tell people, you gotta call in, you gotta be active on that to get that up and running, because we can find this, and I apologize for not picking up on that myself.
All right. Let's move on to discussion of closing the alley at Walnut in Ohio. We talked about this last month. Mark Thomas, what do you have on this?
The neighbor came to us, he just recently bought the house there on the corner of Ohio Street. And his house is on one side and there's another on the other side of this. And we've checked it, Brian has checked it, make sure there's no utilities there and there's not anything with that. It also clears up an issue for the property owner with whoever built that attached garage over the property line. This would actually clean up his property line from that issue right there with this. Thomas explained the cost of this to the property owners.
So the way their charter reads is that
Excuse me. Can you speak up a little bit? I'm one of the owners.
Okay,
So it's a-
the way the charter reads is that once it's abandoned, that the adjacent property owners can purchase the portion that's adjacent to their property. We determine the assessed value of it based on the values of the properties and determine it from the square footage of the abandoned area. And then you've got to pay no less than 1/2 of the assessed value of whatever that number is.
Right. So have y'all come up with a price for it yet?
No, once
Or?
they vote tonight to abandon it, we'll determine what that price is.
Okay.
And it's going off your square footage of that.
Off of that little
Of
strip?
that strip, yes, sir, on both sides there.
Okay.
It's not too much.
No. It's like 20 foot by 300, I think, something like that. It's not long.
So you're the other neighbor on the other side?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
What I did when I abandoned, the alley on the other side of Walnut Avenue, is that since I just initiated the request, I went ahead and paid for the entire thing myself and gave him half of it. And the other over half of it myself.
Do you remember how much your inspection was for them?
I don't know.
It was like 1,800.
Y'all went to executive session, pick your number out.
Y'all will notify us if you decide to.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
and thank you for being here.
Oh, absolutely.
Any discussion on that? Is it staff recommendation to move forward with that closure?
Yes, sir.
Next is discussion of GMA employee benefits. This was tabled. Mark, do you have an update?
It is still, after that meeting, I met with Josh Cooley, who is our representative of GMA, and asked him to use up the multiplier to 1.75. And he requested that from the actuary, and it's gonna cost us $1,050 for them to run those numbers. We felt confident when we ordered this on April the 8th, it would be done. It's not done, so we can't move forward with the facts. And so with that, I would ask y'all to leave it on the table.
I mean, so, you know, the comparables that I asked for on this for the other local cities, it looks like, I mean, I know the original request on this was change the multiplier to 2.0, but it seems like most of the other cities around us are 1.75, there was no 2.0 on this. I mean, the cost involved, I mean, would be, seems like it makes sense to be half of what it was instead of going up a half a point on it. I mean, to me, that seems more reasonable.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we ain't got that back yet.
We pay for all of these. So,
So the other cities, Clarksville hasn't visited theirs since 2018, Cleveland since 2013.
I wasn't gonna call them all out.
Okay. So you know the years though, that they
Yeah,
haven't visited.
Yeah, I wouldn't gonna call them all out.
that was in
I
an
don't
email.
follow them out, but, I mean, they also haven't updated theirs recently either, so.
Right, but, I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, anything can be changed in the future.
All right.
The other issue on that was the Social Security plan issue, and I've confirmed that nothing you all do will impact the city's participation and contributions to Social Security.
Very good. So we will continue.
I mean, it ain't gonna make, even if I'm trending toward doing that, in my thinking, I mean, it won't hurt to wait another month on this.
No.
Because there's no rush, because it wouldn't go into effect until January.
Correct. I think they said October to get everything lined up. All right, next is LMIG.
This is who,
Yeah,
this is our second LMIG for this year. If y'all will turn to it there and go to the first, it gives a list of each of the counties from DOT, and then in each county it gives you the county and the cities. In this one, it's got us at getting $45,653,000.89 with a 0% match.
Which is fantastic. What was that last
The
one?
other one was at $41,488 with a 30% match, so that's $12,500. So both of these LMIGs will be going on. The plan is in June, where it's roughly $54,000 for the first one and $46,000 for the second one, and that's at $99,587 this year for which we're just supposed to get the one LMIG, but the last 4 years, Governor Kemp has given each of the cities and the counties a second round. And again, the second round, you do not have to do the 30% match. So we've had this roughly between $90,000 and $100,000 for 4 years in a row to go for the additional paving. And the next slide, if you go back to it.
It's an election year. That'd be a good question to ask your candidates for governor if they're thinking about, continuing that process.
All right, and the streets that Brian and I selected is Georgia Street right over here at the light. You turn right, you can see it's pretty rough through there, all the way down to the police station where the pavement come the other way. And then the next street will be Wisconsin Street, which is over here. And then the third one is the resurface that's needed on Fisk into Cap Fry that's in the city limits. So there's the Cap Fry section there, part of Fisk there is pretty rough. If you haven't been there, I was at a Cornelia event today, and a gentleman came up and asked me, he said, Mark, what do y'all want to do anything about Cap Fry? I said, sir, it is on the agenda for tonight.
How far, you go,
It says 444 feet.
okay,
And,
that's the entirety of that street, it's in city limits.
Look at that here.
well, I can't, off time, I can't confirm that, because really Brian and our contractor go out there and measure it. Because again, what you'll see on Cap one side has potholes, and the other side is good. So we were going to do the side with the potholes on, but the other side is still good pavement. Mill that. So it's gonna be kind of mixed through that section there, what's in the city limits. And that's the only place that you'll see that, because everything else will be a straight run on Wisconsin and or Georgia Street. And this will be done, Georgia Street will be done before July 4th. That's why I'm saying all this will be done in one sitting with the contractor here. And if you look below that, where it says 2026 project, which has not been completed, they'll be doing Laurel Avenue, 1,200 feet, and we had Fisk on that list too, so we'll be making that change with that. West Central, which is right over here, going off of Central right there, or that one there. And then the other ones down below, it's got 2025, that are 100% completed for both of those and for 2024. So we've been able to accomplish a lot with the streets and the paving. So thank you very much, Governor, and the others for the additional LMIG and no match. So right at $100,000.
Any questions? All right. Next is discussion of bids for City Hall renovations, parking lot, post office lease. I believe we're working through some bids on those and getting those out. And waiting for some bond information, correct? We are, that should be handled. All right, any other discussions for the work session? All right, we're running over, so let's recess for 5 minutes and we up top.
It looks like the meeting should go pretty quick.
Yeah, Frank, you only gave me 3 minutes. What do you say?
Call to order, let's open it up with a prayer and then the pledge. Y'all will pray with me. Lord, once again, we're grateful to gather here to work on our city, work on our community. We ask that you watch over us. We ask that you protect us. We ask that you watch over our loved ones at home. We ask that you guide us. We ask that our actions glorify your name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there anything that y'all would like to add or change to the agenda? I know there's a few things we're going to table. We can do those as we go.
Mayor, I've had a request for people to make sure when we speak that we turn on our microphones.
Okay.
We do have one thing to, Megan,
Yes,
the GMA ballot.
yes, it's in there.
Okay, we do need to add, what is it under, Megan?
It says amended.
Oh, I see it right there. Look under your amended agenda, guys. If you'll click on that, we need to add the GMA District 2 officers ballot for 2026, 27. And,
All right, let's add that as the new number 15.
Is that something we even need to vote on this? I mean, we've never voted
well, normally y'all tell me, so I wanted to be,
of what?
I guess we can just talk about it, right? Doesn't call for a vote. Yes or no? Okay.
Thomas,
well,
I think it asked for the city's vote, right?
it did.
On the form, it asked for the city's vote.
Yep, not this form, on the cover letter.
Okay. And we're gonna make that the new number 15, and we're gonna call that the GMA.
District 2.
Avoid out our previous votes.
So they're asking if the city to go.
Before y'all told me and I sent it in.
That's 2026.
27.
2027.
Yep.
Okay.
It needs to go for a vote. Yes, it needs to go for a vote.
Needs to go for a vote.
Okay, no problem. All right, first let's open it up for appearance and public comments. This is anything other than the public hearing. If you would like to speak, please step forward to the podium.
Did I miss the vote?
No, we did, but just.
Oh, I'm sorry, approval of the agenda. We need a vote to approve the agenda as modified. Thanks, Megan. Do we have a second? All those in favor? Aye. All right, let's open it up for public appearance and public comment. Would anybody like to speak? All right, if none, we'll move on to approval of the minutes. These were emailed out to you. They're under tab 8. Do y'all have any additions or changes to the minutes as written? Entertain a motion to approve those as written.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, sir. Do we have a second? All right, all those in favor? All right, Thomas, I'll let you open up this public hearing if you don't mind.
This is the advertised tonight's a public hearing on the request from Alan Baker and Philip Smith for a special use permit for use of multifamily residential at the property located at 415 Fisk Avenue. There were some questions raised, and the applicant is still trying to gather information. The applicant has requested that this matter and the public hearing be continued, and that we re-advertise and conduct the public hearing next month on this matter and give them the opportunity to gather additional information. The applicant is here. One of the applicants, representative of the applicant is here, but it's up to you all as to whether or not to do that.
Very good.
Legally, there's no reason not to.
Do we have to continue with the public hearing or just take it for a table?
That's within your. That's within your prerogative, frankly, since the information that was, I think that was requested is not available. I would recommend that we just have to table the public hearing or postpone the public hearing until the meeting in June, which will be June
Third.
3rd.
Let me confirm that right here.
So we just need to make a motion
June
to
2nd.
table it?
June 2nd. A motion to table and reset the public hearing to June 2nd.
Okay.
And we'll-
Council, how would you like to proceed?
The motion is second.
Very good. The table and reinstate on June the 7th.
Second.
At 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir. 7. I'm sorry, 7.
All right, we have a motion, we have a second. All right, all those in favor? All those opposed? Thank you, sir. All right. Next, we'll move on to number 8, consideration of accepting the resignation of Ms. Patty Davis. I spoke before that we appreciate her hard work on the DEA, and her hard work will be missed. But she's brought her resignation letter to us, and we have to vote to accept that resignation. Council, do y'all have a motion?
I just have a question. Just have a question. When I did my DDA training, my understanding is, a person can resign, but they're still technically on DDA until they are appointed a replacement on there. What's your understanding? I mean, I've heard that, they cited examples of a town that thought they had disbanded their DDA, and then when they reactivated it, everybody that was on it, several years ago, when they disbanded it, were still technical members of it. So I just wanted clarification on that.
If you all accept her resignation, she's no longer a member of the DDA. The provision you're talking about is if she just quit coming, or if she had resigned to the DDA, but it didn't come to you all, or something like that, then the law generally is that an elected official continues to serve until their successor is qualified and sworn in. But if you actually formally accept the resignation, then her seat is vacant.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
All right. We'll entertain a motion to accept her resignation.
I'll make a motion to sadly accept her resignation.
Thank you, sir.
I'll second.
Thank you. All those in favor? Good. Move on to consideration of the GoGov contract. I believe that we had some questions come up and discuss tabling that to get some of those answers. Council, how would you like to proceed?
Make a motion to table.
Thank you, sir. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor to table GoGov?
Aye.
Next up is consideration of closure of the Walnut and Ohio Street Alley. Thomas, this motion needs to specify anything?
What it needs to specify is that the city votes to abandon the alley reflected as Exhibit A on the resolution that was adopted.
Council?
Make that motion as stated by the attorney.
Thank you, sir. Do we have a second? All those in favor to abandon the alley?
Aye.
Next up is consideration of the GMA employee benefits proposal.
Let me ask you a question.
Sir.
Yes. Sir, do you have any questions for the city attorney? This is the property owner, guys.
We spoke beforehand.
Okay. Just want to make sure you were,
We're good.
okay, thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Next up is the GMA employee benefit system proposal. I believe we talked about tabling this until we get the proposal back from them until next month. Council, how would you like to proceed?
Make a motion to table this item.
Thank you, sir. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor to table that? Next up is consideration of the LMIG. This is a second funding from the state of Georgia. Thank you, Governor, for this. We have streets outlined on that. We had discussed. Mark, which are those streets?
Georgia Street, Wisconsin, Fisk into Cap Fry.
Thank you, sir.
And yes. Thank you, Donnie.
I make notes.
And the other one that we'll be doing at the same time is Laurel part of Fisk, and West Central.
Very good. All those in favor in moving forward with that funding and sending that letter back to the state?
I make a motion for that.
Thank you, sir. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Next is consideration of bids on City Hall renovation, parking lot, and post office lease. As we discussed, there's a few bid things we're working out, and our bond that we're working on that. We're talking about tabling that as well. Council, how would you like to proceed?
Make a motion to table.
A second? All those in favor? Very good. Next is consideration to amend fee structure for the water and sewer system. This is a second reading. Mark, Thomas, this one, y'all want to pick up on this?
I'll let Thomas hit it. Basically, this is going back to our rate study that we had done, started back in January. And we had included the rates here. As you slide, you can see the rates. So we're in this, and we just needed to clean this up, having the second reading of this.
Thank you, sir. This is what's already been voted on, just putting this in place as an ordinance, correct?
Right, what the second reads, yes.
Council, do y'all have anything y'all would like to talk about this? If none, we'll entertain a motion to approve the ordinance. Thank you, sir. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Good. Next is the GMA District 2, 2026 to 2027. This will appoint Sean Allen, or volunteer Sean Allen. Thank you for serving on that, sir. 4 minutes. We need a motion to,
Let me clarify something, Mayor. By voting, y'all are actually expressing the city's support for the entire slate.
yes, correct. Can I entertain a motion to support all of these appointments?
I would love to make a motion to support Sean Allen for more meetings.
That's not the topic on the agenda.
But that's the reality, though.
All right, do we have a second to support of these candidates?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Very good. Thank you, Sean, for serving on that. Next up is manager's report. Mark, what do you have for us?
Well, since it's only 7:23, we started about 7:10. I think, frankly, I got about 30 minutes. All right, if you'll open your slide here, and we will start with the financials and highlights. I'm excited to tell you that we only advanced from water fund this in the month of March of $21,000. So that's one of our goals. But what you'll see in there is we've collected right at 90% of our tax revenue so far, and that's been the difference in that amount. And background revenue from GCIC was at $5,800, so that puts us right at $15,000 for that, as we talked about earlier. We paid the county for for April, May, and June fire protection of $134,000 round number, and we are paying in advance for some July 4th celebrations. We received another $35,000 in our SPLOS proceeds, and water net was at $486,000. Sewer revenue, the gross sales were $486,000, and sewer funds revenue was $163,000, and we installed right at $60,000 worth of new meters, and then the hydrant fees collected at $17,000. We had a invoice from Baldwin Water for $126,000, and we'll talk about those totals in a minute. Toccoa water purchases were at $21,000. And then we had various water and sewer repairs and supplies for $62,000. On your first one there, which gives you the financial package, again, these numbers are dated for March 31st, 2026. Again, in the pages, you will see that our cash balances are up to date as of April 7th. And our SPOS balance is at 604, but I will tell you now that it's right at $639,000. This is between SPOS 7, and we'll go over that in a second. And overall cash is $3,990,000 as of March 31st, and as of April 2nd, it's at $4.2 million, and that is in an excellent position with our operating and total cash there. Months of liquidity, again, my goal is between 3 and 6 months, and we're at 4.39 months of liquidity. If we had no other income come in, we can keep paying for almost 4.5 months, and that's an increase from the previous month of 4.38. And here's our debt service. Everything is in line with that. And page 3 shows you the general fund and the SPOS dollars coming across there, the expenditures. And page 4 shows you for the month of March, we collected $16,000 in property tax. And we've collected a total of $392,000 with $91,000 to go, so it's 19%. So you can see where we are with our current incomes, with our budget amounts on the side, with other revenues and things. So we're in a very good position, again, with our cash reserves. On page 5, you can see where our operating revenues came in. Total revenue for water, sewer, and all items were $759,000. And our operating income from the sewer was at $463 with a net income of $295,000. So again, we're in our projections, hitting correctly with our income and expenses. That is the main thing with our hitting those numbers is very important, where we're watching the expenses and what we're having to do. Again, we got 400 miles of water line. Think about that. That's a long way around. So going to page 7 is the SPLOST. We still have available from SPLOST 6 to spend roughly $52,000 on water and sewer, road, streets, and bridges. We're at $49,000. And then in SPLOST 7, you can see our numbers there. We've only used up the public facilities, which was down at the pavilion. And this ends March 31st, 2027. And SPLOST 8 starts April 1st, 2027. So everything is going well from those financial SPLOST collections there. Going to our all right, let me get to my others here. All right, here's our report from Brian. Emergency locates for the month of March was at 7. The total locates were 280. The work orders that they received was 388. And they fixed 13 leaks, which cost us almost 1.2 million gallons in lost water. So that's a big number we keep working on. And again, that's why I say we got 400 miles. sometimes, you know, the terrain may be like this and nobody's seeing it. So we keep watching that every day and hitting those as soon as we know that. We sold 14 meters this month, and that's basically where we're at with that $60,000 I was talking about. We purchased from Baldwin 44 million gallons of water. We purchased 7 million gallons of water from Toccoa, and our wells produced 6.5 for a grand total of 57 million gallons of water. So that's a heck of a lot of water we're producing and buying and selling. So you think about it, we're in a drought. These numbers are just going to continue to go up, and more water will be sold. And again, people ask why the cost of water. We're in this drought because it's not raining. You know, you look at that, we're like 10 inches behind already. So it's severe. The state EPD has announced their drought 1 level, which means basically everybody needs to be conserving on their own account, because if we get to drought 2, we'll start looking at odd, even watering times and restrictions of when you can't water outside. So we really need to get this good rain tomorrow and continue on with that, because again, they can create more electricity, but we cannot create more water. So that's why it's going to be one of the most expensive utilities you will pay in the future here. We've got 6 emergency calls for our water and sewer. Our guys did 182 loads with our streets, and I do not have my reports from the fire from Chief Adams, but he contacted me today, and I'll be able to send those out to you when I get those, so y'all will have the month of March. And Edwin is back, started in the month of March, starting painting and servicing the remaining 300 fire hydrants out of the 1,800 we have. So he's done 59 in the month of March. And obviously we'll have April's numbers, but it's just once we got back into regular weather, he was able to continue to do his normalcy there with the painting and the servicing. And so the police calls for the month of March, the Demorest Police Department responded to 435 calls, 11 domestic calls, 5 physical, 6 verbal. Officers completed 24 incident reports. Officers responded to 8 accidents, completed 2 accident reports. Georgia State Patrol completed 6. And accidents due to injuries with 1 hit and run. Officers made 170 traffic stops and issued 105 citations, which is a 67% ticket to a warning. Officers completed 55 hours of training, and this is a new one on here, is officers made 10 arrests. So that being said, I'm going to make one other announcement. And yesterday, well, let me go back here. I have requested, as of today, our city auditors, which is Bates and Carter, to come in to do an audit of our GCIC and courts procedures. And so I will leave it just at that statement, and those have been requested. Thanks. That's the end of my report.
All right. Council, you have any questions on the manager's report? Very good. Right. At our end of our agenda, once again, we'll open it up for appearance and public comment. Anybody would like to speak? All right, if none, as always, I appreciate everybody. Yeah, getting to that. I appreciate everybody. Do we have anything else that we need to go into executive session for?
No.
Very good. We need a motion to adjourn. About voting? Yes. As well as asking. About voting for what?
There's elections
Oh, the
coming up.
election, yeah, no, go ahead, speak on that. I thought I was missing a vote, Sean.
That's a different meeting.
What's election day?
May 19th.
May 19th. So, there's statewide races, governor, lieutenant governor, several other statewide races. There's 2, positions for, county commission. East Bloss is on the ballot. Get out there and make a difference, vote.
Early voting.
And for those who are registered to vote in the city limits of Demorest, they'll be in there, here, where?
In there,
Be in there on what date?
May 19th.
May 19th.
And there's early vote going on right now too.
And early voting going on right now too. Not here. But either at the Aquatic Center or the voting precinct, the main place.
Thanks, Sean. All right, we need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor? Very good. What is